We'll go ahead and start this morning. Hope everyone had a nice Thanksgiving and a good start to December. For those that you don't know, I'm our VP here at Better Tiger Carrion, and we've got a few new people on this webinar. Misha, our COO, and then Sean Sharabi, Dean Sharabi, and Sherry Winter Zane will be joining us momentarily. But I just wanted to, welcome everyone to the webinar. We do these things every other week. Last week, we had to push it to this week just because it was the day before Thanksgiving. And what we do after these webinars is we cut them up, edit them, and we send them out via email to you and your reps. So if you miss something or you have a question tomorrow about this webinar, just let us know and we'll get those things solved. From here, I'll kind of pass it to Sean just to give a little bit of a high-level update, and then we'll move it to Dean, and then we'll introduce Misha, and then we'll do some Q&A and talk to Sherry. So Sean, take it away.
All righty, what's going on, everybody? Good morning. Yeah, as we kind of get into the last month of the year. I'm sure some of the others will touch on it, but we have a lot of exciting things coming and kind of planned for 2021. Some new faces on the team that are really going to continue to help us as we grow. Just a couple kind of reminders. I know we touched on this, but a couple reminders that we wanted to kind of tell everybody. First and foremost, like, please, as you know, hopefully some of you have gone through the winter time of solar before. Tax credit is obviously at 22% next year. So please just make sure with expectations with your customers that, we're talking about it in the form of 22%. On any financing documents in Solo, it's at 22%. It has been since November 1st, but just want to reiterate that we're setting the proper expectations for the tax credit that our current customers that are signing are going to be claiming. But yeah, other than that, on our end, we're doing a lot of kind of structural adjustments. We have kind of in the coming weeks, we're going to launch some new target markets that we're entering into next year, kind of timelines for when we're going to be entering into it. But we have plans to open up a couple other warehouses throughout California, touch into states like Arizona, Nevada, and potentially start touching into the Northeast or Southeast. So a lot of exciting things that we're working on our end. This Q4 has been our biggest quarter. Every month, kind of the past 4 months have been a record-breaking month. December will be as well. So a lot of exciting, fun growth. Still going through a handful of challenges, absolutely, but we kind of have a myopic focus on the biggest issues that we do have, and opening up new departments that are making sure that we're focusing on the experience for everybody going through our process. So yeah, I mean, on my end, those are kind of the top level items that I want to touch on. I don't know if Dean, if you want me to dive into some of these things up here, or Ty, if you want me to dive into some of these points right here.
Yeah, Dean, are you available?
Yes, sir.
Cool. If you want to dive into these, and then we've got another update page too.
Sweet, let's do it. What's up, everybody? Good to meet the people I haven't, and if I have, nice to meet you again. So just wanted to touch on a few updates and then kind of expectations timeline related. So first on this page, we're pretty much transitioning away from doing elective MPUs. Big reason being is they can be a big delay in the process. And so if it's not like needed in order to do the solar job, we're obviously not an electrical company. So we're not doing elective MPUs. So you probably noticed that in Go Solo. And then Ty, if you want to touch on the Pearl certification, or just go on to the next. So good.
Yeah, go for
it. Cool. So wanted to touch on some timeline expectations, kind of from point of sale through activation. Expectations at the end of the day can literally make or break an entire experience, or at least a feeling of an experience. And it can either leave you and the homeowner with a lot of frustration, or leave you both with not a worry in mind. So, it's funny how it works, how human psychology works. But if you tell someone that you're going to get them installed in 4 weeks and it takes 6 weeks, they're going to be livid by week 5 and week 6. If you tell them it's going to take 6 weeks and they get installed in 4 weeks, they're going to be stoked out of their mind. So it's such a small adjustment, but it goes a really long way. So for kind of starting from point of sale through the rest of it. So when we're signing homeowners up and we're helping them switch over to solar, expectation wise, so from point of sale through survey, how I always set the expectation is within a week, we'll have the survey completed. Within a week from there, once the survey is completed, we'll have the SOW back. And once that's approved, it's submitted for permits. Permits generally can take within 6 weeks to get those back. And then we'll go ahead and have the install scheduled within 2 weeks from there. Once install is completed, we'll have inspection done within a month. And then once inspection is passed, we'll have that activated within a month from there. So things that can extend those timelines, of course, are the MPU and re-roof. Those can add anywhere between 1 to 2 months on the job. And then battery also can extend it a month. So with all this, keep in mind, like this is for current, where it's at currently. So just super important, just set the right expectation. Have we seen jobs come back quicker? And will you see jobs come back quicker? Of course. But just, again, everything comes down to the expectation. So do yourself a favor, save yourself some time, energy, frustration, a million texts from homeowners asking for updates, and just set some solid expectations. That's all I got.
Cool. Thanks, Dean. And if anyone has any questions about any of these things, just throw them in the chat and we'll get to Q&A too here in just a second. But next off, Misha, why don't you take it away and welcome to Better Earth and the dealer webinars.
Yeah, for sure. Hi, everyone. And yeah, thanks for the intro, Ty. And yeah, I just wanted to say hi quickly and hop on. And yeah, it's really cool. I'll give you guys kind of a little bit of background for anyone that doesn't know me. I've been in solar for about 10 years now. I actually started a company called Bright Planet Solar about 6 years ago. And it was actually really cool. So it was literally 6 of us in a dining room. Started primarily as a sales company in Massachusetts and scaled that company nationally the last 6 years. So grew it out, about 500 employees are still in business today, doing really well. About 500 employees nationwide, 13 locations, peaked out this summer at about 800 installs per month. And I was actually the COO there as well too. And yeah, it was really cool, and kind of left there earlier this spring, took a little bit of time off, and was doing some consulting, and actually know Zane and Patrick Butler from kind of my years in solar, and they actually kind of backstory, their first days in solar were actually at Bright Planet Solar, so Ty knew them. And so they reached out, we kind of just started talking, and I was learning a lot more about what Better Earth had going on. And, you know, for me, I'm kind of like this really fortunate place in my career where, you know, I've gotten to really kind of, you know, choose my own path. And so, you know, what happened, kind of how things kind of progressed is, you know, kind of came here, was helping really kind of build out a lot on the operations side and dig in, was doing some consulting, kind of like helping the company. And what I realized was like, I really fell in love with the company. And, you know, for me, you know, where I'm driven the most really is challenge. Like I'm a challenge driven person. And so what I saw here was not only an incredible opportunity, but also a really cool challenge. And that's like the kind of stuff that like gets me super excited. And so what I realized was digging in was there was this amazing team of people here. And it wasn't just simply like the upper management, the upper leadership, it was everyone. It was, you know, the installers and, you know, our inspection techs and inspection schedulers and operations managers all throughout the business. It was like these just incredible people that I had like so much fun digging in with and working with. And what I realized was it wasn't just simply that they were like hardworking or talented or smart. They were all those things, but also they were like truly engaged, like really cared about how things went and how things were going to go, and you know, how the company gets better and how we become more successful. How do we get faster? How do we give homeowners a better experience? How do we give salespeople a better experience? And it was like all that stuff, like, you know, I've been in the industry for a long time, worked with a lot of different companies. Like that's hard to find. I've been in a lot of companies that have really great systems and processes, but don't have awesome people. And they ask me how to help. And I'm like, it's hard. Like there's not really much you can do. It's like, you have a good system and process. You kind of got to start over with your people. Here's the opposite. Like the people here were incredible. And it was really just, you know, what really needed to be built here was system, process, structure, all that stuff. And what I kind of saw was that we had the right team to build that around. And that's what really got me super, super excited about where we're going. We were growing like crazy. Sales was doing amazing. The sales model was incredible. We had just incredible partners just throughout the business. Like everything was just incredible. It really just the company needed a lot more structure, process, system. And when I say system, I mean like how we all work together and really good, solid foundation development of that. And so that's really what I'm here to do is, really working on the operations side, helping grow the company, helping actually scale operations to actually keep up with sales and actually get ahead of sales. So we actually begin to shorten our install timeline and actually have a much better experience for, salespeople, partners, dealers, our, homeowners, everyone. And that's really what I'm focused on. For me, it's all about system, process, and structure. And how do we build something that's meaningful, but also scalable on a national level? And that's all I focus on every single day. I've been here for the last couple of months. We kind of working 100-hour weeks, and I love it. Like I'm beyond a workaholic, and so just have a lot of fun and just dig in and work with the team and really building that out. We've had some quick wins and really been able to scale, and it's been really cool. Basically, since I've gotten here, we've almost kind of tripled our installation capacity in the course of 4 months, which is like unheard of in the industry. Like as I talk to some of my kind of friends throughout the industry about what I'm doing and what we have going on here, they think I'm insane. And I'm like, no, we've actually done this. Like I can show you the data, I can show you the numbers, and it's just super impressive what this team has been able to accomplish. And I'm like beyond insanely excited of where the company's going and where we're going to take it. And for me, it's just, kind of nose to the grindstone, get better every single day, focus on the major initiatives, take one step at a time and try to figure out, hey, how do we get better every single day? What's one thing that we can do today to become a better company tomorrow and really build that foundation for national scalability? So that's what gets me up in the morning. That's what gets me excited. And, the inspiration also comes with working with amazing people, which is what we have is an incredible team and unbelievable partners. And so, yeah, it's a really cool opportunity. I'm insanely grateful to the leadership team here and to all of you and kind of all of our partners and just everyone throughout the company has been incredible to work with, and, feel super fortunate, lucky to be here and really help kind of grow this thing nationally. And yeah, I mean, I think for me, just really quickly, I will get off my soapbox here in a minute. For me, it's not just, system, process, structure. It's also support. How do we create better support for everyone? And that's one of the big things that Dean and I have been working on. I've been working on with the entire team is, we're kind of working on revamping what sales support and visibility and tracking and all that stuff looks like. And it's a really big build. It's not something that we're going to have out tomorrow, but that's one of the biggest initiatives that I'm actually helping to push as well too, is really working through and revamping what does sales support truly look like here, and how do we actually give people better tools and better visibility. So anyways, that's the stuff that I'm working on. And again, super grateful to be here and really, really excited, and incredible team. And yeah, for me, it's just the focus on the system, the process, the structure, the support, the guidance, all of that stuff to build it for national scale and ultimately create a much, much better experience for everyone, and really focus on the speed and efficiency of operations and actually shorten that install timeline. For me, my goal is that we become sub 30 days from SOW to install. Like that's where we're going directionally. As Dean talked about, we're not there yet. Setting proper expectations is so insanely important, especially right now as we're growing like crazy. But that is the ultimate goal is, how to get installs done and glass in the roof in less than 30 days and have a lot of happy homeowners and having a really awesome experience, and also an awesome experience for all of you guys too. So that's the stuff that I'm working on. It's really big build, and just be clear, nothing's going to happen today, tomorrow, next week. It all kind of slowly gets a little bit better, and that's what it is. It's just, for me, it's continuous improvement and never stopping. It's never something that we're just done. It's never something that, okay, cool, it's built, everything's awesome. It's like, okay, cool, we're now doing 30-day installs. Great. How do we do 25-day installs? How do we do 20-day installs? How do we get better every single moment? And so that's what I'm focused on. So anyways, I'll hop off my soapbox and thanks, Ty, and I'll pass it back.
Cool. Thanks so much, Misha. And Misha will be on these webinars probably once a month or time to time, but if you have any questions, like use the protocol in the resource center to reach out, and Misha's available. So we'll open up to Q&A. If anyone's got any Q&A or open forum, you got Misha, Sherry, Dean, Sean here to answer some questions. Throw it in the chat. We'll get them answered.
Hi, Ty.
Hey, Sherry.
I just wanted to say a couple of things really quick. I apologize, you guys. I'm driving, so I don't have I can't get the video on, but I just wanted to tell everybody thank you for your patience. I know after the holidays, like me and Dean, our phones have just been blown up with everybody asking where their jobs are, and so we're working really hard on them, and I appreciate your patience on it. If any of you, just so that you guys know, if you have a particular customer that you need some help with and want me to give a call to the customer, I'm more than happy to do that. So sometimes just a different voice so they don't just think it's you. You could just give me a call and I'll call your customer for you and explain where their job's at and just have another, smiling face talking to them. So I just wanted to let everybody know that. And also, I've had quite a few text messages from people that said things like, I had a site audit 3 days ago. Could I please get information about my job? So I just want to reiterate what Dean is saying about expectations, because I'm not going to know anything 3 or 4 days after the site audit, probably. So if I just tell you it's in design, that's truly where it is, and we don't have any more information until it comes back with your scope of work. So I just wanted to let everybody know that, because I know I've had some people frustrated because I can't give them any more information, but they're working on it. Thanks, guys.
Cool. Thank you, Sherry. Does anyone have any questions or anything they want to add to the chat? And if not, Sean, you want to wrap it up with anything? Ooh. There's a question. I'll ask this to you and Sean, Misha. So is there a plan to add customer-facing email to the mix pre-PTO? Example with site survey scheduling, post SOW signing, and install scheduling.
Yes, so there's a couple plans actually. We're planning to do. So I think some of you know this, but we've been revamping our back end, transitioning to a new CRM. We've been working on it for 4 or 5 months now. It's a very big project, and part of the outline with that and with Enterflow is re-outlining and remapping our milestones and customer facing communications. And the platform that we're adjusting to is far more robust. And so there's kind of a couple plans. One is messaging pre-PTO to customer, and then the other is messaging post-PTO. So we're going to be adding in like a Better Earth Performance Guarantee certification that customers, like after they sign, that customers can have and keep with them kind of throughout the process. We're going to add after PTO like a full sort of package that gives them like summary of all the information, whether it's, how to navigate through their inverter. And I'm not talking like the data sheets from manufacturers, because no one reads that. I'm talking about just something that's like more easy to consume and more easy to understand. Right now we do welcome calls. Our customer success coordinator does welcome calls once everybody gets once the person does get activated. But there's many customer facing kind of touch points that we have in mind. Obviously, as you all know, brand is a big focal point for us. And I think it's kind of just baby steps and figuring out what we want to do, what we need to do first before we can make sure that communication is 100% accurate and tight. So I don't have a specific deadline for the timing of it just yet, but overall, yes, Ian, there's many kind of customer facing communication touch points that we're planning to add to the life cycle.
Cool. And it looks like Elizabeth has a question. Go ahead, Elizabeth.
Hi, everybody. I'm brand new. I work with Raul Pliego. He's right here. I
don't know if our video's on.
Our video's on, right?
No, it's okay. We can hear you though.
Okay, great. Well, nice to meet you guys all on the team. I'm super excited. I was one of those sales rep as well that left Sherry a message. So I apologize. I guess that the process wasn't set, but I have closed a couple deals with Raul. So I would love if somebody can just say, this is step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, and this is how you rock and roll with Better Earth. And really happy to be here. That's it.
Cool.
I'll leave my email here so then you guys know that it's me, and then I'll continue offline with Sherry.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Elizabeth, and so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet y'all.
Yes, as far as like customer progression and life cycle, I would defer to our resource center. Please make sure you get in there. It kind of maps out each step of our process. Literally from start to finish. There's a graph there as well, but it has it written out in with words as well as just in a visual representation. So resource center, make sure you go there. You can access that in Enterflow on any of the customer pages. There's a button below the solar proposal that says resource center. Just click on that and you can kind of check in there.
Yep. And then Ian has a question. If a customer has a performance issue, how many months of data do we need before we raise it, escalate it as an issue to us?
Yeah. So my recommendation would be is if you're seeing a problem, like if you're seeing a consistent problem, I mean, even for multiple days, multiple weeks, definitely like dig into the data and feel free to shoot an email to our customer success team, submit a project update request. They're always more than happy to check into it. 98% of the time, it's something that we can find just by logging into the portal or contacting SolarEdge or Enphase and figuring out where the issue is. What we'll do is just cross-reference what the production is versus what their shade report showed and compare it kind of, the shade report outlines it on a monthly basis. So the monthly basis is kind of the best grasp that we can see of it. But if we have, half a month of data and we can see that it's trending at 50% of what it's supposed to be at, like, obviously we can see something is going wrong. Generally speaking, as far as like customer cash back, this is super, super important, by the way, as far as like reimbursing or making sure that a customer's production like fulfills what the performance said, that is done on a yearly basis. Okay. There definitely can be certain months that like something drops off, but our performance guarantee year one is above 90%. And the reason that we won't do any payment until the end of the first year. It's so we can actually get the full scope and the full understanding on if 1 month of slow production is simply, if it's just a weather pattern or if it's actually just a malfunction in the system. But that's why we have the performance guarantee. So again, we can check into it kind of, within, if there's a concern within a few days, absolutely. But as far as actually like covering costs and so on and so forth, we don't do that until a full year worth of data to make sure that, even if 1 month is slow, like other months could be really high. So at the end of the day, it's a matter of like full yearly life cycle, what we're guaranteeing versus what's actually produced. So really important. Want to clarify that. We can check into it as soon as possible, but financial compensation won't happen until a full year's worth of data.
Cool. Thank you for that, Sean. And it looks like we don't have any more questions. So I'll let Zane, if you're available and you kind of want to wrap this thing up. Otherwise, we'll let everyone start their morning.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I appreciate everyone hopping on this on this webinar, and thanks, Sean, Misha, Ty, Sherry, everyone for your input. I just want to say to the dealers, obviously, you guys already said this message. And Sherry said, thank you for being patient. But I want to kind of reinforce that with, we are doing everything in our power to, every single day, make our process more efficient, more better, and provide you guys a good experience. And some of you may have heard this from me before, but as you know, like I've done sales, I've been involved in so many sales. I understand the process from the customer's perspective and from the sales rep's perspective. And we understand how important it is and how integral it is to have that be as smooth as possible. And that's what we work for every day. So, just continue to be patient. We appreciate your patience. We We really are working our butts off to make sure that, this thing gets better every single day. And Q1 is going to be really exciting. We have tons of awesome new things rolling out in Q1 that are going to make all of your lives a lot easier. And our process is going to continue to get better. So one thing I always recommend is just for everyone, please continuously give us feedback. Let us know where we suck. Let us know what we need to work on. I know every day we always get compliments and all the things that we do amazing, but that's not necessarily the stuff that helps us. It makes us feel good, but the stuff that helps us is the stuff that we can't see, the stuff that we need to fix. And we really do care about fixing it. And one thing I can assure you is, though everything won't always be perfect, if you do bring it to our attention, we will get it resolved and we will make sure that we fix it. So, thank you guys so much for your patience. Thank you for your support, your vote of confidence in us, and we're excited to continue to serve you guys.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Zane. And if no one else has any questions, we'll wrap this up. We're going to do this again in 2 weeks. Expect an email with a cut up, edited version of this that will also be added to the resource center. And hope everyone has a great rest of the week and a big December. Otherwise, have a nice morning, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.